Hello my friends and welcome to another Tuesday of tutorial. I am Leonardo Perez Nieto and by popular demand I will give you some tips of how to paint skin. We will use zinc white, yellow ochre, cadmium red, alizarin crimson, phthalo blue and burnt umber. And we will mix the base skin color very easily with the zinc white, yellow ochre and the cadmium red. Just like that. Of course, if you use little yellow, it will be more pink because of the red and white. And by adding more yellow, it will become more orange. Now I divide this color that I am mixing, and to one part of it I add more white. Then I divide it again and add more white. So we end up with three different values of this, from lighter to darker. Now we can add some blue to the same mix to get a cooler version of it. And we can also make three values, from lighter to darker, so we have a cool version and a warmer one of each of the three values. And also, since our original mix is a little bit orangey, with more red and white, I make another one more pinkish. We could get started with just this, that's the basic, but I'll mix some more for the shades. This time I use the raw umber, white, yellow, red, alizarin crimson and blue. That is all of them. And I prepare some different versions of it as well. Good, now let's do a rapid sketch. I normally use burnt sienna for this, but I don't have it in this set. So I mixed raw umber, which is a dark brown, with a little bit of red, and that gives us something very close to the sienna. With this I do the line and also shade it roughly. Without any detail, we just lay down the main shapes and main values. We are painting, by the way, the back of a woman. In a rapid sketch, as I said. This is not meant to be accurate or totally correct. This is a rapid sketch like one of the ones we should do before embarking into a large painting, to work out the colors we want to use and the pose and composition and all of that. Mixing raw umber with the blue, I got this dark color for the background. And now let's begin painting the skin with the colors we prepared originally. I'm starting with the lighter and cooler one, and then I add a little bit of the next darker color. And let's paint with a slightly warmer one on this side. Now I mixed a more reddish one for the shoulders. The shoulders sometimes tend to be a little bit more reddish because they are more tanned by the sunlight. By the way, it doesn't matter if you don't have the exact same colors to start with, because I'm not adding any of them directly. As you see, I'm mixing them with the other ones in one way or another. So, for example, if your red is darker or your yellow is different, it really doesn't matter much. You would just adjust your mix with more or less of that color to get the one you want. I'm using here for the first time water mixable oil paints. I had stopped painting in oil because as the solvents needed to paint with them are toxic, I get a reaction to it and sometimes it gives me migraines, even when working in a ventilated space. So now I decided to give a try to these water mixable oil paints, which they feel practically the same, but instead of harmful solvents, you use water. And you add a special type of linseed oil, which is made for these colors. As you see, I'm blending the paint on the canvas to smooth out the look, just in the same way as with regular oil paints, which is great. The list of materials that I am using, as always, is in the description below the video. It is an amateur mistake to make just a pinkish color and with that paint all the skin. It looks poor and unrealistic. Instead, try to add different variations, like more bluish, more reddish, and so on, to make it more rich. As a general principle, and it is not a rule but a principle, you can make the lights cooler, that is more bluish, like in this example, the surfaces that face toward the right, and the shadows warmer or more reddish, like in this case the surfaces facing toward the left. Or you can decide to do it the other way around, with the lights warm and the shadows cool. This is not a law, and if you don't do this, you won't get arrested by the painting police. However, that makes it look more alive and vibrant. If you made it all the way to this point in the video, I would like to know it. Please in the comments write me the secret code, plenty of skin. So I know you did. Very good, excelente, it's ready. If it was helpful, please give it a like, subscribe to Fine Art Tips if you haven't done so already, and to let me know what else would you like me to make tutorials on for you. And as always, I will see you with more art on Tuesday.